In this video, I'm going to bust one of English football's biggest myths. I've been told all of my life that Newcastle is a one-club city. Even on Amazon, their documentary series is promoted as one city, one club. Let's prove that that is not the case. Okay, stadium number one of the day of me trying to prove to you that there's more than one club in Newcastle. And what are we faced with straight away? The Sir Bobby Robson Lounge. I've not told any of these clubs that I'm coming today. It is just a complete gamble. Let's see how we get on. I was supposed to come here for a game last year. I drove all the way down, booked a hotel. About an hour before kickoff, the game was called off because of torrential rain. So not ideal. I should have been to this stadium for a game before, but I never have. And it looks absolutely quality. Newcastle Football Club, it looks like. But what you're not reading is the Blue Star. This is the home of Newcastle Blue Star Football Club. As you can see there, it says 2018, so a fairly new club, but the original Newcastle Blue Star were formed in 1930 and then folded and had to come back in 2018. But it's interesting where we are right now. We are in the west of Newcastle for this first one, and we're going to be finishing up in the east of Newcastle. And if you know about Newcastle United, pretty much any team that has United in their name is an amalgamation of two teams, and it was two teams called Newcastle West End and Newcastle East End that formed. So maybe we're going to start and end this video with like the two areas that actually formed big old Newcastle United, and we're going to watch them play in the Champions League tomorrow. That video should already be up, but whilst I was here in town, I had to come and check out some of the other clubs as well. This is a video I've wanted to do for so long. Please be open. It's too early in the morning, there's not anybody here, so we're going to crack on and do the rest. I'm going to message this club because, like I say, I have tried to come here before, so maybe I can come tomorrow and then I'll just put that bit in this video. Hello, it is now the next day. Let's try this again. Nice little club shop you got in here, mate. And the kits. Oh, I love the kits.
The kits are unbelievable.
They're very similar to Newcastle's.
Yeah.
Which is your favourite? Is this a third or is it a goalkeeper?
So that's a training top.
A training top.
This is the away top. Home top.
Oh, nice.
New sponsor on this year, which is like another local. It's like a local beverage company.
And so the Blue Star.
And there, so it's quite incredible. Really, that is their logo.
Oh, so it fits perfectly.
Yeah,
then.
and it fits well. Flip it around.
And so the Blue Star is to do with the Newcastle Brown.
Yeah, so the
ale brewery.
Oh god, test my history knowledge. Yeah, I think the club used to be based or either on or nearby the brewery site in the city centre, which is where the Blue Star comes.
The original 30s club, yeah.
Yeah.
So your name is?
Ben Cuthbertson, yeah.
And you work here at
Newcastle Blue Star, yeah.
What's it like for clubs in this city? Because it is a city that's obviously dominated by one big professional club, but there's a handful of non-league clubs here as well.
Yeah, no, incredible. We've got an unbelievable fan base. Like you say, there is that kind of split between the big club and non-league football, but support here is absolutely unbelievable. Week in, week out, home and away, followed all around, you know, from up here down to Middlesbrough, Yorkshire, across to Cumbria, week in, week out. Support's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and what about the support here then? How many fans do you usually get at a game?
So it varies. Home games, a lot of it is influenced. If Newcastle are at home, we try and move the games to the Friday night to try and counter that, so everyone can do both on a weekend. But yeah, I think last year we were second top for average for attendances, about the sort of 300-400 mark. We've seen crowds over 500-600 already for home games this season.
Amazing. And so clubs like South Shields, Gateshead, they're not technically considered Newcastle teams within the actual city, right? So in terms of the actual city clubs, who is the highest kind of ranked team right now?
Oh God, if
Would it be
anyone's get it wrong,
Stannington?
Heaton, Dunstan?
I believe. Yeah,
Well, Dunstan are technically Gateshead, aren't they? So Heaton, Heaton Stand.
But there's no one really that's like League One, League Two, Conference and all.
So Gateshead, South Shields are your big Premier clubs, but they are the wrong side of the water.
So that's what it was like. So it was just a public park
public
for people.
field.
Oh, amazing. And now you've got this incredible stadium here. Here we're at the corner of, this is where the men's pitch would be behind us, the main pitch here. And then you got this huge pitch here as well. So this is where you say you want the artificial one to be?
Ideally, yeah, that's kind of the plan, the next kind of steps in terms of development of the ground.
Nice.
Ideally get an artificial on the back here.
He was on the bench.
Yeah, bench against PSG in the Champions League.
In the Champions League, and he also played. Was that so? That he was on the bench against them, and then he came here
got
after.
released. Been at a couple of other clubs. Annan Athletics.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, I remember him. Yeah. Now you say that, I remember.
So you've been at Annan.
Yes, I remember.
A couple of other places, and then played for us last season. Started this season. He's over in America, football scholarship now.
Right, it was time to make our first short trip across town, and it's time to leave Newcastle Blue Star. What an incredible stadium that was, by the way, for the highest placed team in the city outside of Newcastle United. Welcome to the hardest place to park in the UK. I've had to park miles away for this little non-league stadium. It's all like just permit parking around here. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a football ground around here until you see this incredible badge, which is quite similar to the Newcastle badge as well. Same colours and with the seahorses too. The Stan, Heaton Stannington, formed in 1910. I'm trying to prove to you all the different teams in Newcastle, and then the first one we see the Bobby Robson lounge, and then this one we see a badge very similar to Newcastle United as well. Anyway, these lads are in the league that's Northern Premier East. So they're one below the Northern Premier Division, or Premier League, whatever it's called. So I think this is, National League North would be 6th, Premier would be 7th. So I think these are 8th tier. 8th tier, the same as the game we went to the other day between Stalybridge Celtic and Bootle, but they're the West, these are the East. So it's that level, but are they a good side? Does anyone support them around here?
Oh, it's packed normally.
Really? How many would they get then?
I don't know how big this stadium is, but there's coaches always coming in.
Most people will still support Newcastle United, right?
Oh yes, that's the big one.
That's like the only one, but there is
support both, but the main one's Newcastle.
Oh, okay, so there's very few that would just support this team. They'd support this team and probably Newcastle.
Probably Newcastle,
okay,
yeah,
right, okay.
yeah.
As you'd have heard from that lady there, a lot of people will come and support these teams, maybe when Newcastle are playing away or something, but they will all support Newcastle United. There's no city like it in England, really. It is a one-club city in terms of the professional teams, but we're trying to shine a light on the lower league ones here. Anyway, we've got places to be and hopefully more people to see. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Been hanging around here for like 10, 15 minutes waiting for someone to walk past. Yet to see anyone walk past, so it's always a bit of a gamble with these videos, but I love them. That's what it's all about. I love the spontaneity of them, and that is where the next stadium comes in. Yes, an open gate to a football stadium. That is something that I didn't think we'd see today, but this is the first club of the lot that doesn't play in the same colours as Newcastle United. So there's a little bit of difference there. Welcome to, as the sign says, Newcastle Benfield FC. There's pool tables here, and the Blue Brigade, that must be the Ultras. Here's their megaphone and drum. Shout out to the Ultras. There's Newcastle Benfield, their little sticker there. So I'm pretty sure this team is in the same division as Newcastle Blue Star, the first stadium that we're at. And if that is the case, then there must be quite a few derbies in Newcastle, because a lot of the teams are kind of this level, and yeah, it's quite amazing, really. Like, you think of the League 2, League 1 teams, Conference or National League North teams, all up and down the country, and like none of them are the ones that we're going to be seeing in this video. They're a lot lower down than that, so it is kind of weird that a city the size of Newcastle just has the one truly massive professional club, and outside of that, they've only got really small non-league clubs, like comparatively to them. And yeah, there's South Shields and there's Gateshead, but I suppose technically they're not actually in the city of Newcastle like the stadiums we'll be showing you today. It's got to be done while we're here. It's a well nice little ground, this. Floodlights as well, look, as you can see. What are all these bits here?
These are just pods, pods that we've done up for people that are sitting on a match days. They've got a sponsor above them.
Oh, is it like hospitality?
Yeah,
people
hospitality
come. Oh, okay,
box,
so a little bit more money for the club to come and sit in these, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. What was here before? Was it just
just like a big open like stand sort of thing.
Walkway, yeah.
Just sectioned it into 5 sections. This one, it's got just a few bits of tidied up and that to do, but it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it looks good, mate. Yeah. And is this the only club in Newcastle that's not black and white as well, or is there others? Because Blue Star and Heaton and Stannington,
they're playing black and white, and this is blue, we are blue and white and yellow away strips.
So kids come in here and use it for breakfast as well.
Yeah,
you're saying?
so this is set up in the morning. This has only got the breakfast over here, like the boiled eggs, fruit, yogurt pots. Through here, this is a station like we get toast, pancakes, crumpets with the spreads on.
Yeah.
On this side they do beans on toast, and then the kids all sit around here. Play football outside, they play in the park.
Nice. So you're a proper integrated part of the community here as well, then?
Yeah, so
nice.
there's been 150 kids in here this morning.
Mate, this gym is incredible.
This was it. So in the morning, this is set up as a class for all kids.
And so NB is Newcastle Benfield Community Hub.
Yeah.
Oh mate, there's loads going on here.
Kids do a circuit here this morning. I take them on the pads with boxes for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they get ready and go to school.
You must be the busiest football club in Newcastle.
We'll try to be. It's going to be mad. There's going to be a big polytunnel here with growing vegetables in.
Oh yeah, like a big
greenhouse
kind of thing, yeah.
That's all getting. This is all getting scraped out so we can get more vegetable patches in it.
Brilliant, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a football club do more for the community than what you're doing here.
On this side, so we've been catching all water, and on this side of it, we're going to put a big chicken hutch in.
You're going to have chickens in?
Because we're going through hundreds of eggs a week through the breakfast club.
And it'll just make more
sense for the kids.
And so you're collecting water up there then?
Yeah, so these are collecting water for the plants. These collect water to use in the summer.
So whose idea to do all this was it?
All of them really put together.
Oh, that was brilliant. What a club. I've never known a team to do so much off the field for the community. Obviously, a lot of the non-league teams that we see do loads for the community. I'm not saying they don't, but to be like doing boxing classes for kids, getting in the gym before school, which is just over there, and then feeding them all and just all the stuff they're doing, all the different boxes around the side. Amazing. This club is really, really going places, and I'm going to have to come back for a game. That club has blown me away. Although we didn't get into the first two today, at least we've seen inside Newcastle Benfield, and what a story that is. Really, really chuffed that we've seen in there. Anyway, that's 3 down. Smile is back on my face. We've been inside a stadium, we've spoken to some really good people, and yeah, let's get to the others. What a stadium that was. That was just incredible. Next up is a club that I couldn't find a lot of information about. Now, there is a load of football pictures here, as you can see, and the next club I want to talk to you about are Newcastle Chemfica? I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, sorry. But here's their badge. Look, they've got a cool badge and a cool bit of branding, but from what I can work out just from their Twitter, I don't think they even have a Wikipedia page. So I know I'm like trying to show you all these different football clubs and stuff, and maybe it's actually over there that they play. I think this is like the university grounds, and look at this, like there's just pitches galore. There's a hockey pitch there, but then I think maybe like the main like stadium, like where the actual like men's team would play. Like if you were on Footballogy and you wanted to see them play and get a ground tick, I guess it would be that pitch over there. But yeah, I think there's a team that play here, small team. I don't know if these lads would get much fans, but here we are, another football location within Newcastle that ain't St James's Park. Just a quick stop there. We are now coming up to one of the most historic clubs in historic places in the entirety of Newcastle. Okay, we're just waiting, I think, for somebody to let me in. There's a few lads working here today, so they said I might be able to get in here. It's a funny looking building here where the roof reaches the floor, but there's some real history. This feels like an amateur club now, just literally on a recreation park. No fencing, probably don't have to pay to watch them play. It's not like a non-league team, I don't think. But some proper history with this part of Newcastle and the name of this club.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches.
8 pitches, yeah.
And an little astro there.
Oh yeah, I can see the cage over there, yeah.
So we start from 6s now. Our history.
Oh, I love the history of this club, yeah. I had a little look online, but...
Well, there's your history. I'll just shift that way. From a cricket club, they decided to have a football club.
Keep them fit during the winter.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
So, and that was the first one to have it. So from there, they moved to Baker. And then the Northern League.
Yeah.
Then what happened was we're going to merge, the East End and the West End. But there was some dispute about money and things like that. So the West End decided not to follow. Then Newcastle East End became Newcastle United. Because they were in this area, when they first started as a cricket club, they were called Newcastle East End. So we followed in 1995.
Get that name. So it's the Phoenix. Oh yeah, the Phoenix has risen from the ashes.
That was us. Yeah.
And look how similar the badge is as well to the
Badges
Newcastle.
very similar, isn't it?
Some of the trophies that.
Yeah, these are some. The girls are very, very successful. This is for the Christmas.
Oh, okay, cool.
So what we do is, all our teams bring a couple of bottles in. They've
Yeah.
got to.
Yeah.
My wife then wraps them up like this.
God, she's done a good job. Is that her who's done all this wrapping? Yeah.
Everything.
Ah, she's done well.
And what happens from there, the money we generate, because what we do is we sell them, then we give them all out to the teams and anybody wants a raffle ticket.
Yeah.
The money we get back, we then buy Christmas toys.
So what era would that shirt have been? The 90s, is that?
Oh, well done, well done.
That's a nice shirt.
No.
What is it? On there.
2000?
It's Bobby
I'll
Robson,
leave the
obviously, up the
glasses
very
on
top.
Bobby Robson's at the top. Bobby Robson's on the top, can't see half of them.
Who was your Newcastle United heroes growing up then?
For me, probably Malcolm MacDonald was one of the better ones. Really strong centre forward, old-fashioned centre forward.
Obviously Shearer, but I
Shearer,
was a massive fan of Rob Lee.
There's me, my son. Yeah, so Jeff Hurst. And that was on the main page of the Chronicle. When Jeff Hurst come, he was on a flying visit just like you were.
Really?
To different clubs.
Okay, yeah.
But he was heading back home. And the FA brought him here. It was a whistle tops. He was supposed to be here 10 to 15 minutes.
How long was he here?
An hour and a half. You know where he was? On the pitch with the kids.
World Cup winner, just playing with the...
And his security man he had, because he had a big jag that had, his security man was saying, "Come on, Sir Jeff, we've got to go." And he went, "I'll go and I want to go." What a gentleman.
So wait, what is this? So this is the old gates of the original
That's
East
where
End
we-
club that became Newcastle
Yeah,
United?
them used to play behind there.
Are they still there, those gates, you say?
Then that pillar and that gate still standing. Original gates. Take a picture of that and they're
So-
identical.
They're identical. So right behind there now, you say, when I go down there, is housing.
houses,
But
yeah.
once upon a time, that was where
That's where Newcastle played.
Newcastle played.
Newcastle East End.
Which eventually became the Newcastle that
United.
we now know that are in the Champions League and are the richest club in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, what really nice guys they were, and so happy to show me around, show me the history of Newcastle East End. Such an important football club, and just that name, Newcastle East End, if it wasn't for them, Newcastle United wouldn't be around. We wouldn't be here for the Champions League tomorrow. So it isn't like without clubs like this, you wouldn't have Newcastle United, like we did with the ground hopping video, without Bootle and Everton, and Bootle falling out the Football League and Everton leaving Anfield, you wouldn't have Liverpool FC, who are now the most successful team in England and stuff. So yeah, quite amazing, isn't it, how these tiny clubs then give us the massive clubs that we know today. But they did show me those gates in there, the gates, or like the little towers of behind where the original team would have played. This is now like a small little amateur Sunday League kind of team, but once upon a time they were the club that then became Newcastle United. So let's go and see if we can find those gates, because that feels like a bit of football history that is made for this channel. All I want to do is keep saying Bait Agrov, but here we go. These pillars here, and this location here is potentially the most historically significant part of Newcastle for football. Wow. Oh, I've almost got goosebumps on the back of my neck right now. So these houses are obviously all new and modern, but once upon a time, outside of these gates here would have been where the original team that would later become Newcastle United would have played their football. Jackie Milburn, Alan Shearer, the League Cup win last season. What else do I know? Shola Amiobi, True Geordie, a message to Niall Ranger. We wouldn't have any of that without where I am standing right now. Wow, what an interesting part of the world. And I hope that has put on the map for you the Newcastle teams. We all know about South Shields FC now. That's a team I'm going to have to cover. I feel like they deserve a video of their own. So I think there is some bigger teams than the ones that we've seen today, further on the outskirts of Newcastle in different areas, but they're not actually Newcastle City. Like some of the the drives that we've had today, usually on these ground hopping videos, I might go from town to town. It takes me hours to film it all. Whereas there's only like 5-10 minute drive between each of the stadiums within Newcastle, that like not the St James's Park Stadium and just all the other little grounds that we've actually seen in this video. Wow, I'm absolutely buzzing with this. I've shown you now the clubs of Newcastle that aren't Newcastle United. If you're from here, or if you're not from here and you want to do some ground hopping, some different clubs in Newcastle, then now you know where to come.